it's Holavoir speaking, and has it been a scorcher or what outside? It's been as hot as hell. And I mean, there's just... Excuse me, but what do you think you're saying? Science and calculus clearly indicate that hell would be about 752 degrees cooler than heaven. You should be saying that it's hotter than heaven out there. Plus, anyway, you've got an air conditioner.
This has nothing to do with the game we're reviewing.
Go ahead.
Pilotwings 64 for the Nintendo 64. With most consoles, the marketers are actually intelligent enough to release quite a few games along with the system as launch titles. But back in 1996, with the release of the Nintendo 64, the brilliant minds at Nintendo must have been like, screw that, we're the shit, and released the console to America with only 2 games available. 2! To differentiate, the Gamecube had 12 titles available at launch. Getting back to the 64, one of them was, indeed, Pilotwings 64, and the other one... jumping ahead, and so, yeah, people forgot about Pilotwings pretty quickly because of that one thing. But screw that one thing, games are games. And I found this one to be particularly enticing because it, I don't know, seems like something different Nintendo came out with for once. Back in the day, Game Revolution magazine reviewed Pilotwings and gave the game a grade of D+, saying the game is nothing more than a graphical showcase for those with nothing better to do. Well, I have nothing better to do! Remember that Silicon Graphics Onyx thing from the Shadows of the Empire review? Well, Silicon Graphics is back again. They were involved with this game too, and actually they were involved with the actual making of the Nintendo 64, but anyway, through the computers used by Paradigm Entertainment, who developed Pilotwings for Nintendo, the basis for the game's existence seemed to show off 3D technology that Nintendo 64 could offer to gamers. And I only say that as a pretty good guess, especially considering Paradigm was already involved with flight simulations before this offer came. This is the box art, as we see character 28 in Spaghetti Legs All-American Man sitting on the wheel of a strange helicopter pointing to the sky, indicating that helicopters can actually fly, by the way. And a large-footed Jamaican running towards the copter. This game came before the E for Everyone rating was created, and Kids to Adult was used instead, and as expected, it's only for Nintendo. We flip the box around and read the game caption. Forget about those other flying games. Yeah, whatever. Pilotwings 64 carries you off into a vast, 3-dimensional environment. Pilot several different vehicles and take in breathtaking sights. But it doesn't matter because guess what, guys? We can even save our progress in memory. Looking at the manual, we can see the entire gang watching what could only be a nuclear explosion off in the distance. Hey, number 28, be careful where you're placing those hands. And some beautifully done graphic design work on the table of contents. I don't usually read the manuals, but this one actually does come in handy at times because sometimes the controls aren't explained in-game and they're not necessarily easy to come to at hand. Anyways, we can only imagine this diverging world of pilots will earn their wings and become world-renowned. Let's fly into the game! This beautiful rotating 3D island is home base, and each pilot flies brilliantly past the video camera before re-emerging in a festive 2D form as our title screen appears. You're provided with 2 options, Start Game and Option, which we're going to break down right away. This game has issues with plurality. But anywho, if you select Option, you are given 4 options. Check Album Sound, Congratulations, and Return. Check Album allows your album to be checked, containing the photos you took in-game and are saved to memory. Sound is more like a sound check, and if you are like me, use it to annoy the hell out of your siblings. Yay! Pilotwings contains an abundance of tracks, and you can edit the sound levels as well. Congratulations is just a staff roll video, and return takes you back to the title screen. Selecting Start Game takes you to the Select File screen, which is confusing as hell. A, B, P, weird shapes, gray boxes, go, go, go! Well, each box is a level that you must complete and score some kind of medal in before you're allowed to open up higher difficulty levels. Choosing a level sends you to the Select Pilot screen, where we are presented with 6 quickly forgotten characters, each named after a bird. Get it? It's a flying game. With strange head shapes and even stranger voice actors. Also, Robin was apparently named Hooter in Japan. Get it? Because she... oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning of the game, you can only play levels that use the hang glider, rocket belt, and gyrocopter. Whatever. After your character is chosen, you will be presented with a test that must be completed to earn the badge for that level. The task will be presented to you, and depending on the situation or location, the points that are awarded will be for various reasons such as speed, accuracy, and taking photographs or something. If you're ever unsure, they also provide a hint that makes you feel better, but won't actually help you do any better, such as like, you can press A at the correct time. Yeah! Good luck! My favorite feature is the Sea Map feature, where you can roam over the island with a bird's eye view and prospect a plan of action before taking off. Graphically, this is pretty cool, and without it you may get pretty lost in the game. Or just test the game's patience and get lost on the map screen. Finally, the level will actually start, and you will find that there's not much to this flying thing at all. Yeah, this will be easy. The pace can throw you off, but the game's overall design indicates that you shouldn't expect whip wham zoom land yay. Once you have landed, you will be given a score based on the criteria of that level, and if you get over 70 you will receive a bronze, over 80 gets you a silver, and over 90 gets you the gold and the next level. Failing to get 70 points will make you a failure, and I won't ever talk to you ever again. In this case, I scored an 87, which will give me a silver badge, another montage of all 6 characters trying to dodge a still camera. You can also watch a replay of your landing if you want to relive those precious memories. What? Pilotwings 64's controls are pretty fluid and respond with a high level of accuracy. But I say that with a forked tongue because the high level of accuracy seems to keep poisoning me throughout this game. It's all about accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. Tell me, have you ever met an 8-year-old who is concerned about accuracy? However, this is what gives the game a bit of a higher level of difficulty and allows it to be played by kids and adults alike. The music also seems largely variable, but suffers from a symptom that we'll nickname the mid-90s syndrome, when the transition in technology left some confused, bewildered, and eventually dyslexic in the techno fields. The select menu screen music sounds like an infused rubber shoe finding its groove in a lounge bar in Lower Cleveland. Try to interpret that. One of the best memories derives from unlocking the bonus modes, which were extra levels added to the game. These can be accessed by toggling to the right on the select level screen, predominantly Birdman mode, where there is simply no object in the game other than to fly around like a bird and sip on some cool beer or wine. Sorry, I meant Pepsi Cola. I have to say, though, I almost wish the whole game worked this way, or if there were some kind of encounter mission mode triggered by flying into the right spot. Imagine if you were a superhero who had this ability. Sorta reminds me of Simcopter, another flight simulation game. Memories. Unfortunately, though, this is where patience and fast-paced gamers will start to wane. And you'll find yourself doing silly things to the pilots, because nothing's more entertaining in this game than to watch the pilots hilariously crash and make more awkward sound. I mean, all I wanted to do was land on the ship! And by the way, game, I did not crash. I simply went for a dive, learned the difference. If you have the patience to play on, the levels increase drastically in difficulty. And you'll wonder why in the world you feel the need to beat it in the first place, honestly. Again, graphically, I'm in love with the Little States map, which is indeed shaped like the USA. But the detail put forth into the island and the creative juices that must have been flowing in someone's head to do this makes me smile. Ever wanted to fly around the USA in 2 minutes? Well, now you can. And commendably, the game makes an effort to appeal to brain-dead children's incessant needs, as the gyrocopter is equipped with a rocket launcher that is used on some levels to defeat evil villains like the Mecha Hawk, created by a mysterious scientist. In addition to fan service missions, the Cannonball allows you to shoot the characters out of cannons, teaching them children's good, and hit various targets. But watch the wind meter. I mean, this really only exists to serve the purpose of laughter. There's no seriousness in watching a man fly headfirst into a snow hill. Also, before I forget, landing is the most difficult part of this entire game. Point blank, you will find yourself setting record timing or getting all the rings or whatever, and then failing to be right in the middle of the runway or landing too hard, and because of this you are docked the points you needed for gold. This is unnecessarily accurate and nitpicky, and while this is realistic, it takes away from the fun factor. And finally, the game learns a lesson about longevity by adding a few secrets into the game. I don't want to spoil what you may want to find for yourself or online somewhere, but anyway. But with the gyrocopter, or rocket belt, fly to Central Park in New York City and touch the floating star, and you'll automatically transform into Birdman. Now you can truly fly proud over the lower 48. Final rating. Gameplay, 3 out of 5. A bit tiring and lethargic after the first hour. Characters, 2 out of 5. Forgettable, under-detailed, even the manual blames the characters for your mistakes. Controls, 4 out of 5. Fluid responses, but perhaps too accurate. Camera, 4 out of 5. Works well except in low places when buildings get in the way. Music, 3 out of 5. Mediocre at best. Definitely fits that era though. Sound effects, 3 out of 5. Lots of them, but sometimes get annoying or don't quite make sense. Graphics, 5 out of 5. Stunning visuals, bright colors, and detailed levels allow you to explore for hours on end. Creativity, 5 out of 5. Graphically intense level designs and fun in-game mission goals. Extras, 4 out of 5. Bonus games provide fun levels for a wider audience to enjoy. Legacy, 4 out of 5. Pilotwings Resort for the 3DS was recently released, and gave the series a continuation, but doesn't relate much with its predecessors. Total, 38 out of 50.